ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited. Actually, out of all my podcasts, excuse all the people I've interviewed before, I'm most excited about this particular podcast. And the lady I'm interviewing today is Anita Milovitz, correct? Milovats.
Almost.
Almost there. This subject is absolutely fascinating. And in some areas of the world, it's openly talked about. In some areas of the world that is talked about, but not so much in the open. And today I have the pleasure of having Anita here. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Anita to you all. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Dariush. I'm really feeling honored to be here today.
Thank you. It's taken me about, I think, almost 2 years to get you here now. So,
well, slowly sometimes does win the race.
yeah, exactly. And it's meant to be, right? So
It's
it's right time, right place. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Just to introduce you and what you do to the audience, please share with us what you do, what you specialize in, and from there we'll just take it.
All right. Well, I'm a sensual confidence expert, so I focus on helping especially women breaking free from insecurities in order to claim their powerfully feminine essence and become more confident in life. So I do this incorporating mind, body, soul, and energy through coaching, tantric healing, and dance therapy.
Amazing. All three. You have to have all three to qualify.
All three components, because we humans are not just the mind. We are consisting, especially for women, the body is our most important part. So we have to incorporate all of those elements in order to achieve a lasting transformation.
And it's mainly through dance.
Dance,
even if you have two left feet.
Even if you have two, it's not about the looks of it. It's not an audition for a huge video performance. It's more about the feeling and allowing yourself to actually drop into your body, because the body stores all the memories.
Wow, amazing. So going back a little bit to your childhood, you're from Croatia. We had a conversation. I thought your name was German. Obviously, I was wrong, and it's Croatian.
Yeah, so I'm actually from former Yugoslavia. Nowadays, It's obviously split. So my mom, Bosnian, my dad, Croatian, but they moved in the early 80s to Germany, and this is where we grew up.
Would that make you a Muslim?
No, back then my mom is a Catholic, but after the war it became very Islamic in Bosnia.
Yes.
Before that, it was quite mixed between Orthodox, Catholics.
Everybody got on.
Everybody got on,
Yes.
and today they do as well. But
Yes.
obviously, we had a phase in our civil war where that wasn't the case. No.
Crazy. Were you in the country during the Civil War? Or?
No. We were in Germany since the early 80s, so the war started.
Hence the German twang.
I have a lot of German twang, yeah.
So what brought you to Dubai, and how long have you been here?
My previous career, actually. So obviously I studied economics. Like most people in my generation, you study, you get a decent job. And I was working as an events manager in a corporate field. And my former boss sent me to Dubai to work on a project, to set it up, to be here for 4 months, and then to go back. And I somehow fell in love with the country, with the vibe.
How long ago was it?
That was 2008.
Okay.
So a while ago.
It's approximately the same time as me. I came here 2009.
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And then you hit recession.
And then I hit the recession. I was welcomed. But it wasn't so bad for me, really, because that was kind of the initiator of me leaving the corporate world and starting to work on contract basis, still in events. And I kind of started enjoying the freedom that comes with it and the flexibility.
Hours suits you, contracts
Yes.
suits you, people you work with that you want to work with.
Yes, not the 9 to 5 grind, which is awesome. I mean, not judging it, but it wasn't for me
you.
anymore.
Sure.
And I just felt that's it. That's what I want to do.
In events.
In events at
So
that
when
time.
you decide to break, did you always have an interest in this line of work, or?
Yes, I was a professional dancer
Okay.
as well. So dancing was always part of my life, but I always wanted to do something to help people. And this sounds so cliche nowadays. Everyone wants that kind of. But for me, it was more like an inner calling. Like it wouldn't leave me alone. So 2014, we went to Bali. And this is when I flipped the switch, when everything changed, when I realized, no, I need to change my career. I need to do something different. And then I went into doing my coaching education.
So you've only been doing this 5 years, 5.5 years.
5.5 years, yes.
Wow, amazing.
Yes.
So do you mind if we're going to go a little bit more detail. One of the first questions I want to know is, do you have a partner, a male partner? Or a female, I don't know, you have a partner. I should be careful what I say now, because you're going to criticize me. Doesn't matter if it's a male, right? So,
I love women, but no, I'm not into women. Very different. No, I do not have a partner at the moment.
Do you think, to me from a man's point of view, and I've seen some of your posts, do you think that, and I know it's the most common question you get asked, because that's why I want to face it first.
Yeah.
When men, speaking from a man's point of view, do you think a confident woman, and you come across as a very confident woman, makes them feel more insecure? Or do you think a real man rises? what's the response from a man when they meet a really confident woman?
You see, that's a very interesting question because it all depends on the perception of the man.
Okay.
We all perceive people and the world from our point of view. Now, if the man is naturally a lot in his masculine, in his natural masculine, and he's confident in who he is and has his shit together, so to speak, he will feel empowered by a woman like me. And he will want to know someone like that. And a strong woman behind a strong man, she will make him a king.
Wow.
She will. That's what a real man desires, a woman that will lift him up, that he can feel he can achieve everything.
So her behavior her confidence doesn't make him insecure because she's totally dedicated to the man.
Yes.
But her behavior is confident. She's centered.
Correct. She's centered, but also she is not needy. You know, for men, women are either an asset or a liability, and perhaps you can agree on that.
Yes.
So either she will drag you down and want all your attention in order to feel secure, or she will be secure and be in her power and in the same time lift you up as a man.
So when people connect, they become very powerful for us.
You become very powerful. It's called a power couple nowadays.
Wow. Now, a very confident woman externally attracts lots of men.
Attracts a lot of
Not necessarily in a relationship, but attracts lots of men.
Yes.
Okay. How does a confident woman decide which is the right man? And also, would a confident woman in a relationship get distracted by men who she attracts? Does that make sense?
Let's go first to the first question. So, how do I choose the right man? To be very honest, again, it goes back to the right feeling. There are a lot of men out there. And yes, we get approached a lot by all kinds of men. You can call them also often broken men, insecure men, because they feel attracted to the strong energy. And how you choose that is by obviously monitoring his behavior, his actions, if they are in coherence. You know, a lot of men, they will promise you the world, they will overflow you with compliments. But then when it comes to actually doing something, they're nowhere to be found. So his actions, his behavior, his energy, the way you are together, it has to match. You cannot just take one component and then say that's the man. It just has to fit.
One of the things I talk about and actually use is the interview in an interview process.
Yeah.
I say relationships are built in 20, 30 seconds.
Yes.
You can tell if you guys are going to get on or not.
Yeah.
But often you can manipulate it by asking really good questions, showing interest, smiling, and so when you meet someone or where your clients meet people, what are they looking for on a date, for instance? Are they constantly analyzing the guy, or is he just being monitored, or is it a natural thing? What do you teach them?
Well, it depends. Are you looking for a partner or are you looking just for fun? So this is already the
Why
big
can't it be both?
It
Because
can.
it really pisses me off when I see people saying, I want a serious relationship. I'm like, why does your relationship have to be serious? Right? True, it's true, isn't it? Why does it have to be a serious relationship? What can be? I want a fun relationship. I want a spontaneous relationship. I want it to be amazing relationship. So,
Yeah, but serious doesn't equal boring, doesn't equal like stressful. No, when I talk about serious, I mean a real partner, like you are
I
in a
didn't say
partnership.
serious. I said it. I just see it in
Yeah.
people saying, I'm looking for a serious relationship. I'm like,
It's perhaps a bit of a heavy wording. Like I would never go out there and say, well, I'm looking for a serious relationship. No, what I usually do, the way I do it, it's I like you very much. Let's see how it goes. This is my favorite statement. No pressure on your side, no pressure on the side
you
of the
don't
guy.
give them a time scale.
No,
Like,
I don't.
You have an hour
No.
or 1 week. From
And-
my experience,
You know, people, and there's a book written by Dr. Bruce Lipton. It's called The Honeymoon Effect. And this book,
may I write it?
yes, of course. This book, he talks about when two people meet, it's your conscious mind is meeting and your subconscious mind. So it's actually 4 minds meeting together in one date. Can you imagine?
All these conversations going on.
All of this, all of your trauma, everything you have is stored in your subconscious. Now, in the beginning, you show your best face, right? We're wearing the rose-colored glasses. We are in love. But
You
then
smell good. You turn up on time.
all of that.
The car is clean.
he brings you flowers and gifts.
When you
He
go
does
home,
all
the
of
socks
this.
are put away.
Yes.
Clean underwear.
Exactly. But then, of course, after 6 months, approximately,
6 months.
Yes,
Weeks.
This honeymoon phase fades away. So what happens is the subconscious behavior starts kicking in.
Yes.
You feel secure. This is when people suddenly start to say, what are these behaviors coming from? I don't know you like that. I haven't met you like that. But actually, they were all along this
There.
person. It's just they were more operating out of their
And
consciousness.
the other person didn't see it. They chose not to see it. They were tunneled, right?
They were tunneled, but also, you know, it's some people want to fall in love with the potential rather than with the actual person. A lot of us do that. So you really have to take all of these aspects of
And then they
someone
portray that potential on the face of that person that they're with now.
that they're with now.
And then they often fail them because they can't live up to that expectation.
It was a doomed project from the beginning. You can't do that. You have to accept the person for who they are.
I know someone.